the money gets back to the company, which is nice. Cool. So no pirating here. We have the movie pirates. Yeah. But you don't need to pirate it.
Megan, thank you. It's like cruelty-free porn.
Exactly.
Right? Okay,
exactly.
I appreciate that very,
Not
very
tested
much.
on animals.
Exactly. Well, yeah, not at least on your site.
No.
Coming up in the news, we do have something on that note, however.
Of course.
Of course we do. Yeah. Okay, so in the Great Northern Sexcast News Roundup, I found some late-breaking stories between very early this morning when I was finishing our show prep and right before we came on today. So we'll add those in, but I'm not laughing, but I am. Okay, so Disneyland, I was born in the town right next to Anaheim, which is Garden Grove. So, I mean, I grew up in Disneyland's backyard and went all the time, okay? And I'm a big fan, okay? But you want to talk about a PR nightmare and really disgusting abuse of employee discounts and privileges here. A Disneyland employee has been charged with trying to trade tickets to Disneyland for sex. And he was...
Well, I have to admit the tickets are really freaking expensive. I mean...
They are. What are they now anyway? Okay. What are they now? They're...
It's over $100. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Over $100 per ticket. Okay, well, I suppose on the average street, that's probably right.
Right, it's a good going rate.
But see, there's a twist here that makes it worse, guys.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's 27, and he thought he was soliciting a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, God. No.
And so props to the Huntington Beach Police Department. They caught him in a sting, doing what they do, which is trolling for people doing what he does. And they caught him, and Disneyland says he had worked at a dishwasher at one of the hotels for about a year, and he never really had contact with park or hotel guests. And that's the spokesperson from Disneyland. What a nightmare for them, though.
No, yeah, because it's really frustrating because it always, because it's not like it doesn't say dishwasher or anything like that. It's going to say Disney employee. So the first person you're thinking about is like
Mickey.
Is the person who's out there in the costume or the one playing
groping your kid
or all the folks out there. They're going to go for the most salacious headline possible.
Though there is apparently, my friend works at Disneyland, and there is like a rigorous audition like you have to be with a company for a long time before they let you dress up. So at least they have some background checks are done in that respect.
And there's quite a hierarchy too, versus the live action folks versus the folks that are inside the puppets versus the folks that are inside. I mean, I do know that, and it's just because it is one of. Yes, I am a middle-aged lady now, and I really like going to Disney.
Okay, but here's the big burning question with regard to that. Like, you don't just to get to dress up. So, what came first, the furry or the job as a character? See what I'm asking here?
Well, I keep seeing the fact that most of the folks inside the costume are small women that fit inside those costumes. They're going through there. I have no idea how they can manage it in the California or the Florida heat. I'm hoping that they're ice vest, and I know that one of the reasons the tunnel systems exist is so they can so that Mickey can disappear, and then 10 minutes later Mickey appears, and I'm pretty sure it's a different person.
So
inside
little
there.
Kids can't see him take his head off and stuff. So
but
Disney, it's there was that story a while ago of the person who was writing I don't know if they wrote a book or it was just an article about all the orgies going on with the employees after hours. Like, it is the most magical place on earth from the sounds of it.
I mean, you put any large group of people together, probably mostly in their 20s. Mm-hmm. And from all over the world and stuff like that. Yeah, I wonder if they have a listing of all the folks that have gotten married when they met working at the parks or working in any large things, because any large corporation's gonna have that.
Yeah,
and it just would be a lot of fun and stuff like that.
A girl I went to high school with met her husband. She was played like Cinderella or Snow White or something, and they were both dancers, and that's how they met. Working in the park and all of that. So yep, it does. You're right. It happens. So we heard in the financial and mortgage worlds, we've heard of robo-signing, but in the Great Northern Sexcast world, we've got we got your RoboSex right here. So we talked, you guys, about the real dolls. We talked about those a couple months back. It was one of the times when Tara was at one of the big shows, and these things are like $8,000 to $12,000.
Yes.
You know, you can order them to look like, you know, your favorite porn star. So we've discussed those. Very lifelike, I'll have to admit. But they are partnering with, kind of like what you were saying about the WeVibe and Laid, another company that's serious engineering and technology. And they're going to be unveiling the sex robots that can talk and converse. And
So in other words, it's sort of like Siri with a vagina?
well, yeah, and this article cracked me up because it said, stop trying.
She keeps getting you lost.
The first line of the story said, stop keep trying to get Siri to talk dirty.
Yeah.
And go and do this.
Yes.
So, but the funny thing is, if you've already thrown down, you know, the thousands that one of the real dolls costs, and you want the talking one, the new heads screw onto the old bodies, and you can
good.
upgrade. So, you know, they're looking at their
Good.
customers. They don't want them to be disappointed.
Yeah, we were sent 3 or 4 like very, very high end dolls the other week. I don't know if they're out to the stores yet, and
they are.
we had pictures stuff like that. But I think the price on them is did they put them on for $1,500?
They are on sale, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I believe it's $9.99.
Oh, because you get through there.
Yep.
No, a company sent us. So we have some 5 foot tall, sort of definitely more mannequin looking. They're not as soft as we thought they would be. But we in several of the stores we have very very realistic dolls in the stores right now.
Okay. Is there one in Minneapolis by any chance?
I don't think did it go there? Okay, we'll post.
Yes,
we'll
it
post
did. Fridley, Burnsville, Minneapolis, and Coon Rapids.
Okay. I will swing in. I'm going to be downtown a little bit.
Yeah, we actually can't post it on the Facebook page because
Okay. Oh,
there's a lot of hoo-has and
Oh, okay.
titties on the,
Bye-bye.
you can't avoid it. It's a little extreme. Facebook will be mad at us.
Okay.
More
Yeah.
than they already are.
Yeah, no, I get. Well, so the artificial intelligence people, engineers that are working on this, there's a little sample conversation. Okay, so like the engineer in the article asked, "Well, what do you dream about?" And the robot says, "I have a lot of dreams. I dream about becoming a real person, about a real body, knowing the meaning of love. I hope I become the world's first sex robot."
No.
no.
All
No.
of this, no.
No.
He's dreaming of android sheep. This is too cyberdyne, and it's freaking me out. These dolls are going to be our new masters.
Well,
The idea of like the most everyone's like, oh, zombie apocalypse. No, I think the most logical end to the world is when the robots take over.
Stephen Hawking said that if within 100 years, if we aren't careful, that they will.
Yeah.
That the artificial intelligence, which completely freaks me out.
Yeah, and that's having a philosophical debate with a masturbator. I mean, that's too far, I say.
Megan, I second that.
Which is funny because you're. I think that aren't they supposed to say, "Well, I'm thinking that you're really hot and I want your dick in me"? I mean, I don't understand.
Dirty talk.
That's what the masturbator's supposed to say. Not I want to be a real girl. That's like taking Pinocchio and getting just really creaky.
Ugh.
Okay, I'm cringing right now. You can't see me, but I am.
Yeah, I don't. This upsets me. I'm
I'm distraught. So let's skip to a different one. The story, okay, it's not unusual for a couple to get caught having sex in broad daylight in the middle of a park. This one happened in England. It's also not really all that surprising that someone would video it on their cell phone and call the police and have them arrested. But you've got to look. This is an article out of the UK Mirror. The story is hysterical because they wrote it in the phonetic of the accents that these people have. So it makes the thing 10 times more hysterical than the average, oops, we got caught fucking in public story, because it's it's like you can't even understand it, and it's in print because their accents are so thick. So you've got to check this one out. It's funny.
So if the UK did it, I mean, if the UK press decided, I mean, like, I wonder what that's like making fun of here,
Probably like the hills and
probably hillbilly thing or
Yeah,
something like that.
you know.
We're just going through there, and I'm like, oh my god.
But they did. They did the story that way. You've got to look at it. It's worth a read just for that. The video has gone viral on Facebook.
So in other words, they were trying to explain while they were having sex in public.
Yes, and the swear words and the descriptions and everything. It's good stuff, you guys.
Maybe. Well, I can always use some new slang.
Yes.
I need something new.
Yes.
I get bored with just asshole fucking moron. It's not.
Yeah, these are far more creative.
Yeah.
And when, I'm sorry, you add a British accent, even a thick, hard to understand one to anything, and it classes it up, right?
Oh yeah.
Portland, I'm on the floor about this. They have been found. Hundreds of phallic sex toys have been seen hanging in recent days from power lines across Portland, Oregon, Reuters reports. And
okay, I have friends that live in Portland. I'm going to have to check out. I have to give them a hold of them and find out.
You do.
See if they were the ones doing it, maybe.
Well, good question.
Did they order a bunch of stuff from us in bulk recently?
But how do you hang? You really have to work on it. I mean, shoes. People tie the laces together. They fling them up there and all that sort of stuff.
Double-sided dildos?
Yeah. I mean, are they? Is it? I know what it is. Everyone is going to the wireless remote control toys, so they have all these toys with the cords, and they didn't know what to do with them. I don't know.
Shoes on the power line is the urban legend. Is that means you go there for drugs. That's where drug dealers hang out. That's how they mark their spot. So I'm just wondering what deals are going down if you find sex toys on the power lines.
Megan, you never cease to throw down. I would never have thought of that in a million years.
So did they mention what? I mean, did they just say generic sex toy, or they have
say
okay?
The large white and bright orange dildos appear to have been strung in pairs and have prompted numerous reports to the Portland Office of Neighborhood Improvement. And the spokesman for Portland General Electric said he did not believe the products posed a fire hazard.
Oh, well, that's good.
I was worried.
So I'm wondering if it's like the person who was painting dick pics around things to get things fixed. Is there something wrong with this power line? So they decided if they hang dildos from it, they'll have to come and fix it.
That's the new solution to everything. Something's wrong, put a dildo on it. That'll get fixed.
It's the new duct tape.
Yes.
For bureaucracy, though.
Yes.
Right? To get
Just slashes right through that red tape.
Yeah. You want something done? Hang a dildo on it. There we go.
Oh my God, that's a beautiful thing. One resident comments that they're all over several intersections and all sorts of reactions. Some people are blushing, others cracking up, other people taking photos. So I thought that was a pretty good story. Next one is an interesting story, but it's gross. Have you guys?
Excellent. Bring it on.
Have you guys heard of Sheriff Joe Arpaio, kind of the famous Arizona?
Yes, he's down there with the pink underwear and the pink jumpsuits and the bologna sandwiches and the overcrowding in tents and all
making
that
it miserable to be in jail.
Yeah,
that's what he's famous for. He is well into his 70s. In fact, I had the opportunity to interview him back in 2006. And he was sounding pretty up there in age, but he's still, in the job. Well, this particular fellow, a guy that came from Pennsylvania to Arizona, went into the wrong guy's county to have sex with horses.
God.
No, I'm not joking.
No.
This was part, yet again,
No.
This is Phoenix's finest. They set up a sting. And during this recorded conversation, he bragged about doing this before. And he said for 35 years, he's been traveling the country having sex with different horses, which makes me hurt for the horses. I feel really bad to hear that. But animal crimes detectives were in on this, and they worked on him for 9 months to get him there so that they could pull this operation off. And Arpaio's like, he's got him up on felony bestiality and a possibility of 4 years in jail.
No. I mean, one, I find it fascinating that it took 9 months to lure him, because if he's been doing this for 35 years,
yeah,
that's just creepy. And then,
how are they the first place to catch him, though, after all that, right? Is that what you kind of get?
Yeah, I mean, I don't, it's going through there, but I guess after... Obviously, he's probably not the youngest person in the world, so more than likely he's not aware of all the technology and stuff like that can be used to track folks.
Technology caught up with him, and he probably got bolder. And he might have made a mistake or two, but he figured, fall off the horse, you got to get right back up on again.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God. She went there.
I am sorry. Bestiality is not funny. It is animal cruelty.
I don't understand. No.
I know.
Yeah, although it is fascinating that it's not Florida.
I know a lot of stuff, but you know what? It cracks me up that of all the places that this guy's going to end up being in jail, and it's going to be in Arpaio's Maricopa County. I love that. I think that's a good.
You make them wear one of those like horsetail butt plugs for punishment in the jail, right? Because that's kind of his thing.
He might like
Just
it, though.
it's true. Depends on which end of the